if we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land, we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam. Under one such marker lies a young man, Martin Treptow, who left his job in a small-town barber shop in 1917 to go to France with the famed Rainbow Division. There on the Western Front, he was killed trying to carry a message between battalions under heavy artillery fire. We're told that on his body was found a diary. On the flyleaf, under the heading, My Pledge, he had written these words: America must win this war. Therefore I will work, I will save, I will sacrifice, I will endure. I will fight cheerfully and do my utmost as if the issue of the whole struggle depended on me alone. We must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon their neighbors. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it now or ever. We are Americans.
Tell all the other curs the law's coming. You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
The United States of America is the most successful nation the world has ever known. And I think that's largely because we're the freest nation. Humans cannot reach their potential, cannot realize their dreams unless they're free.
If prosperity were easy, everybody around the world would be prosperous. If freedom were easy, everybody around the world would be free. If security were easy, everybody around the world would be secure. They are not. None of this is going to be easy. But this is the United States of America. It takes an extraordinary effort. It takes extraordinary commitment. It takes extraordinary strength. The Valley Forge wasn't easy. Going to the moon wasn't easy. Settling the West wasn't easy. We are the American people. We have seen difficulties before, and we always overcome them. This is about rolling up our sleeves. We might have some differences, but as Americans, putting our head down and getting it done.
America has a new voice. With real talk and no fake news. It's the Wayne Dupree Show.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Wayne Dupree Show. I'm your host, Wayne Dupree. Here on War Radio, we are America Radio. We are bringing it back. That's right. War Radio will be back up and running within the next couple of weeks. So if you have a voice, you want to have your say, you have a podcast, you want to have it heard, let me know. Let me know. We are bringing back War Radio. We are America Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fruitful day. We have a special guest calling in a few minutes. National recording artist, Kaa. That's right, Kaa is going to join us. She is a huge Trump supporter. She's a huge Trump supporter. I'll say it like that. And I'll let her explain it to you, because right now, again, this is a national recording artist that has come out in support of President Trump. And honestly, I thank God for it, because we need all the help we can get. Like that beautiful manna from heaven that came down this afternoon, which I am so happy about. And seeing Devin Nunes, I think that's what his name is. Devin Nunes, who's in charge of the House Intel. He's House Intel chairman. And he came out with some information that the media is not happy about. So the media is trying to put it under the mat. They don't want you really to know about it. But we're going to tell you about it, and we're going to continue to talk about it, and we're going to keep on talking about it some more, because the media don't want to talk about it. And if the media don't want to talk about it, that means it's bad for them. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Got some bad news. Some bad news about the phone system. It was supposed to be ready on Monday. I was supposed to have everything in place by tomorrow, and then I get a message this morning saying that the other computer, or the computer box, wouldn't be here until the 28th. So now I got to wait until the 28th for, man, I'm tired of equipment, man. I'm serious. I'm tired of equipment. But let me bring on my co-host. He just got finished doing a show, Cold War Radio, and see him over there with his ginger ale or whatnot. Mr. Hutch Bailey Jr. What's up, Hutch?
Good evening, Mr. Dupree. Good evening to the audience. What a day today. What a day, man. I'm telling you, it's that's all I can say. Mm-hmm. I'm watching Sauerkraut Hammer. Oh, now there was always two stories, Bill. I wrote about this 2 weeks ago. There was always two stories. Yeah. Trump saying that the president wiretapped him was absolutely false. It never happened. They said that. But then we always knew that there was this other surveillance going. Come on, Krauthammer. Yeah. You think Obama isn't the one that said that?
Jake Tapper really showed his ass today. I mean, really, he was trying to get Nunes. He was trying to make it seem like Nunes was helping out the Trump team at the time, the Trump transition team, because he said he was wiretapped, and it was proven that it was the FBI and the NSA came out and said that they didn't find nothing. So you're not saying that you ain't blaming Barack Obama. Jake Tapper, what in the heck is crawling up your skirt, man? What's crawling up your skirt?
This should be a national story. I mean,
no, it should be. You're right.
It's so many more times important than what Nixon did. I mean, this is blatantly criminal. When you have a president, especially an outgoing president, a lame duck president, that sicks the authorities on his incoming rival, not only do you have a problem in the administration, you have a problem in the agencies that did it. Mm-hmm. Anybody that would follow an order like that, everybody knows that takes an oath to the United States Constitution that the order has to be lawful that you follow. I mean, that's clearly they knew it was illegal. I hope we see a whole busload of them go to prison. it's good.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I was trying to find out some information while you were talking. So we got Nunez, who came out with his information. He came out with it this morning. Then he decided that he was going to go to the White House with it. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with Donald Trump's information. This doesn't have anything to do with Donald Trump's information. Whatever whatever President Trump gave to the DOJ gave to the House, this ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm seriously thinking, I'm thinking, like, I'm way deep thinking that somebody watched Comey do what he did and they told it on him. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I am strongly thinking that. I'm thinking that somebody dropped it. Somebody put it in the mailbox of Nunez and say, hey, there you go. Because Nunez was surprised that he got it.
Yeah, just yesterday he was saying that there was nothing. You know, I mean, I was like kind of disappointed in him. I thought he was part of the game. And then he came out today and just opened this can of worms. And don't forget that during Comey's testimony, Senator Grassley tweeted, I hope that, I wish that Comey would say what he told me in my office.
Who said that?
Because apparently it was two different things.
Who said that?
Senator Grassley, Chuck Grassley.
Okay, all right.
He tweeted it.
Mm-hmm.
I paraphrased it a little bit, but it was the same meaning.
Let me tell you something. Comey needs to be fired right now. I mean, I don't think he should be walking into his office tomorrow morning. Because seriously, I listened to Nunez and I listened to his press briefing. Hutch, he said that the information was disseminated to various agencies.
And that was because of Obama's rule change.
Because of Obama's rule change. So all the information that was on there was disseminated, including about the Trump family and also the Trump team, and the names were put in there. They weren't masked.
Right.
The names were put in there. So even like whatever they had to say, whatever privacy things that they had was in that report.
Right.
And the media is trying to overlook that. The media is trying to push it out. Well, we already knew it was surveillance. You dumb sons of... you aren't even reporting the truth.
Tweet.
Right.
They want to talk about Trump's tweet. Well, here you go. Attention, Charles Krauthammer. If they got information on people on the transition team, that means that they bugged Trump Tower.
They had to.
Where else would they get it? That's where they all were.
Listen, and another thing, you get all this information, and then the media's like, well, it doesn't mean that President Obama was involved. Do you know how stupid you sound?
And sounding more stupid every day.
Who gives the authority to give out that information to agencies that don't have anything to do with that information? The CIA can't do that. The CIA just can't give out information. Well, actually, I guess the Sharon thing that Obama allowed them to do, I guess he can just give it to them. But you have to be somebody in the top group, top tier, okay? You can't be some Joe Schmo that just, that's a temporary job that, let me send this to everybody. Click send. No.
That's right. Richard Nixon didn't break into the Watergate Hotel himself.
Right.
You know, I mean, this is something that's what you said. They're looking stupider every day.
They're looking stupid, man. Jake Tapper, almost, he looked like he was going to the bathroom trying to have a conversation with Nunez. He was trying to turn the whole thing around on Nunez. And Nunez was like, you know what? Actually, there's more information.
Nice. This is great.
He said there's more information that I need the president to look at before he even makes a judgment on this thing. I haven't even said anything about that. So that means that there's some private conversation in there about that probably has some stuff to do with Donald Trump and his family and stuff. That you know what? Now I'm starting to get mad.
The whole thing.
I'm starting to get pissed. Now I'm starting to get to the pistivity. The highest. I'm pissed off to the highest of pistivity right now. Because that information with no, the names weren't blotted out. So now it's all over the government. Think about that. If it was you.
And not just the government, it's all over the media. The media has this too, some of these outlets, because they were leaking it out.
You know it. And that's and that's why they feel that they're on the upper echelon of information. That's why they figure that they got one over on Trump, but you didn't. You didn't. See, because right now we sunk in now. We sunk in. We in for battle.
And you guys started it. You're the ones that came out and said all this. I knew this. I knew when you guys started mentioning the Russians, that was going to be your demise.
Russians.
Either you were going to find something, which I didn't think you would.
You still have.
Except with Manafort a little bit, but he got fired. But now it's going to get exposed. You people are going to get exposed. I'd like to see when they have the solid everything. I want to see Donald Trump get on television in a press conference, flanked by Jeff Sessions, and I want him to fire Comey on TV, and then put Sessions at the podium and announce indictments on all of them.
You know who else has to go? Rogers, NSA Rogers, the guy who was sitting out there beside him. You can't tell me that they didn't know. Okay, now let's go back to what I said. The information that was sent out to a lot of agencies, a lot of agency heads saw this. That means that some people, some brown nosers saw it too. A whole lot of agencies saw this information. You trying to tell me that Mike Rogers, who was sitting up there in front of the committee, didn't see it? He's in charge of the NSA, ain't he?
Yeah. And I mean,
you trying to tell me
these kind of
things
happen, you don't just do it. There's a checklist that goes around, and all these people have to sign off on it before something happens big like that.
Y'all trip. Y'all trip. And y'all think that we dopes.
They do.
Y'all think that we dumb. Y'all think that we dopes. You think that we stupid because y'all been playing that game for a long time. Y'all been lying to the American public for a long time, and it's getting on my damn nerves that y'all think that we some type of prostitute, some type of trick. And y'all come out here every day. I'm talking about the media now. I haven't even started calling Congress out because some of those people in Congress knew about it too. You can't tell me that Diane Frankenstein didn't know about it too. You can't. You can't tell me Kerosene Maxine. Well, actually, they probably kept that away from Kerosene Maxine because she talked too damn much. I'm ready for impeachment. Impeach. Somebody need to impeach you.
Oh goodness.
Ugly ass bitch.
And then you turn the channel, and you look at these Gorsuch hearings, and why did the Democrat Party put the most stupid, dumbest people on the Judiciary Committee?
Y'all need to leave Gorsuch alone because
Al Franken, really?
Gorsuch's gonna get up and slap one of y'all to hell. Watch. He's gonna be like, you know what? I gotta pee.
Oh boy. I mean, you look at these people, Dianne Feinstein, whatever her name is.
Frankenstein.
They ask the dumbest things.
Yeah, she
I mean,
oh my God. Oh,
and you can tell they don't know what they're talking about.
Let me go back to Monday night because because we weren't on RSBN on Monday night. Hutch, Stacy, and I were talking about we needed something. We were hoping that Trump would come out with something. But we needed something to slow down what the Democrats were doing. That's what we were saying. We need something because I felt on Monday night that they were going to come out and start calling President Trump a liar. And that's basically what Jake Tapper, and I called him out on Twitter tonight. I was like, you called him everything but a liar. You called him everything close to one in trying to debunk what he said. And I knew that was going to happen. That's why I was like, President Trump has to come out with something. He's got to come out with something. And today, it wasn't President Trump. Somebody was like, you know what? I'm tired of Comey. And I'm sure it was some of those people that were
probably
back
an
there.
FBI agent.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, let me take these couple pieces of paper and what office is Nunez? Oh no. We went to college together. I gotta go and see him, and put those papers in Nunez. But I don't care who did it. Really, I really don't care who did it. All I care about is that the information got out there. The information got out there. I'm happy that it's out there. And after we talked to my sister, we're going to talk some more about it. But all those that saw Nunez, y'all pray for Nunez, because now they're really going to go after him. Now they're really going to try to attack him to hurt his credibility, because he came out today and basically showed or vindicated President Trump. But ladies and gentlemen, right now I have a beautiful young lady here on the show tonight on the Wayne Dupree Show. I am welcoming her into the family already. She is a singer, and we had Joy Vila on last night. We got Kaa Jones on tonight. She is a national recording artist. She sang, I think, okay, she can correct me if I'm wrong. She's formerly of the Pussycat Dolls, but she is doing her own thing right now. She is, and believe me, I saw some of those videos, girl. If you ain't got some moves going up and down, you are rolling. Okay, but one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk about with Kaa was she is a huge Trump supporter. She came out in support of Donald Trump, and I have to give her kudos for that, just like I gave Joy. People of this magnitude that have been out there, that have traveled, that have gotten the accolades, that have been in the business, that they have decided that they are going to speak out for the country and speak out for the President of the United States. Look, you have my heart, darling. You have my heart. What's up, Kaa?
How are you doing, Wayne?
I'm fine, girl. Look, and I love the way you tweet. I mean, look, you don't back off from tweeting now. I mean, you go to a town on tweeting. I love it.
You too, though. You too.
I also have my co-host with me, Hutch Bailey Jr. Hutch, Kaa.
Hey, good evening, Kaa. Thanks for coming on the
hey.
program. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
You are so awesome. Listen, let's see. I don't know. Believe me, I don't have any Pussycat Doll questions for you tonight, because right now I'm all about you. I'm all about you, and I'm all about where you are. Okay. I know that you came out for Donald Trump. You came out in support for him, and it couldn't have been easy. It could not have been easy. And I wanted you to talk to our audience tonight. I wanted you to let them know what it really meant for you. What was that pushing point that made you jump out for President Trump?
I've been jumping, privately for him, because every time I tried to talk about it with people, they just were not receptive at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not even debating questions during the debates and during, the candidates running and all of this. They just were not engaged and would shut me down, and it just felt very caging.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been friends for a long time with Andre Soriano, the designer of the dress. I've been friends for a long time with Joy, and I did not know that she was going to wear that. Had no idea that Andre had conceptualized all of this, and just saw her on the Grammy carpet. We ran into each other. We had been talking the night before.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't mention it.
She didn't talk to you.
The same makeup artist. The makeup artist didn't even know. The makeup artist didn't even know that she, that she had done this. That this was this dress that she was going to wear. That
wow.
I even asked Nicole, our makeup artist. We share the same makeup artist. I said, hey, are you, what is she? Do you know what she's wearing? And she's like, no, I don't know. So I knew then that it was going to be special. And when we ran into each other, I just embraced her. I said, thank you so much. And you have such balls. You have such guts for doing this. And, she gave me that, it's okay. She goes, we don't have to hide anymore. And when everything started for Joy, she said, I need support. There's not enough people coming out, and Kaa, you got to come out. You got to be support. I need this support, but this is your truth. And I just, how could I not at that moment say, let me wear the Trump shirt I bought last year in Washington that I wasn't able to wear, and let me stand up for myself. And it's been amazing, because now I just want to scream it even more. But that was kind of the beginning of knowing I wasn't alone. It was a close friend of mine, and I felt strong about it. But I felt strong for some time. I'm really proud of our president. I think he's amazing. And, I really love our country. I do feel that we need to unite now, and there's a lot of dividedness. And with what just happened this morning in, the United Kingdom,
yes,
really upsetting and really sad.
Right.
And my thoughts and prayers and condolences with every single person that's there. This is on the heels of the anniversary of what happened in Brussels.
Yes.
And I just think it solidifies exactly what we're saying. We're not trying to push a narrative about racism. We're not racist. We're many different creeds and cultures of humanity within America. But the bottom line is there are people that are using God to influence genocide on their own people. And that doesn't mean, I have a really good friend who's Muslim, by the way. And I've talked to him in this time because I want to understand even more what's going on. And, even within the Muslim faith, I don't know if a lot of people have expressed this, but this is actually written in their doctrine that there will be a divide within themselves of people that look amongst themselves, act like them, but will not be of them. And that's what he believes this is that's the divide going on within the religion, that it's not holy to do these things. And I told him, I said, you really have to come out and start telling people and talking, because this isn't just about a faith. This is about an ideology that they're using a faith to terrorize human beings with. And I'm not okay with it at all. And I think we need to take it seriously. This could happen anywhere to anyone. We are not safe anymore. It happened in Brussels, in an airport, in France, at, the Bataclan, everyone's going to a concert. It happens in Jerusalem and Palestine. We can keep going. It's happening all over the world. It's not just in one sector. And now it's happened on the streets of England.
We
have to pay attention now. Yeah.
In London, with a brand new Muslim mayor, I'll add, that just was elected. And what you said, I didn't know we were going to take the conversation this way, but this is a thing that we talk about all the time. What you said about people, it's called taqiyya, when you can say anything you want to anyone as long as it furthers the cause of Islam. So I would be very leery about people that seem like they're friendly, but they claim to themselves that they're Muslims, because this is about taking over the world. I mean, it's been around since 700 AD. But I didn't really want to talk to you about that, Kai. I wanted to ask you if you, and I asked Joy about this too, in your industry, how much backlash are you receiving from people within the industry that you need to do your body of work?
Well, I can say this much. I don't care.
Okay. Nice.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care because I don't do music for money. I love what I do. I love creating work. I love music. It's my heart. It's my passion. But as you know, musicians, it's never about money with us anyway. I mean, we do what we love, and we don't ever make exceedingly big, amounts of money. We have a lot of different crew things, load in budgets, and also because it's independent. So for me, it wasn't like it's going to make or break anything in my mind. For me, it was important to speak my truth and connect with my fans and connect with future fans to understand, who am I talking to? If I can't speak my truth, if we can't talk about things and what we feel and who we are, our narratives, how can you actually say you're an artist? We're supposed to speak for those who can. That's kind of what we're supposed to do. And it's turned into being fluffy, being beautiful, and all of those other things. But what about the days of a message and the artists that had those messages and that were positive influences on the world? I think that you have to not care. It's not about money. It's about doing what's right. And the backlash has been good, bad, and indifferent. I mean, more good than bad, actually. About 90% has been amazing. And finding out through, everyone, there's a lot more people that voted for Trump than you realize.
Oh, yeah.
And we're out, we're out here, and we're in LA, and we're in Vegas, and we're in, the EDM world, and we're in the pop culture world, and we're not these, hidden figures. So the backlash is there, but I honestly don't care. I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking with Kaa Jones here on the Wayne Dupree Show, and we are taking. I'm starting to get all the questions from the chat room. Our phone system bunked out on us, so I can't bring people on this time. But next time we have you on, we'll let the people call in. But one of the things that I noticed about Joy, and it's emanating with you also, especially when I watch your tweets, is that you are full of the love of wanting everybody to get along. You want people to work together and you want things to work out. Now, in a perfect
in a perfect world.
in a perfect world, that is something that we all really deep on the end. Well, most of us in the United States really do want that. But you have a segment of this nation that wants to see it burn. I mean, they want to see it burn, and it's gotten worse over the last 8 years. What is your message? Because I used to be, well, a long time ago, I used to be a singer. So with my sister, we used to.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's right. We used to sing in churches and stuff. But yeah, it was crazy. But with your message and how do you deal? How would you handle in trying to talk to those people? Because we've said on the show many times, Kaya, I don't even know if these people want to be talked to, but music does that. You agree?
Yes, it does. It's universal. Yes, I do. It's universal. It's something that, just like numbers, it's universal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you're right. It's how do we do this? I think it does come down to continuing to speak about it, continuing to talk about it, continuing to do what we need to do as a community, which is educate ourselves, educate each other, and talk, because the only way that we can start understanding and communicating is if we talk. And the unfortunate thing is we're being yelled at or, belittled. It's hard to then keep talking, but you know what? We have to believe somewhere that they will understand and see what's going on. And I think even now there are people that are watching what happened today and paying attention a little bit more.
Right.
And we don't need to wait for these things to start talking.
Right.
Just because, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's Kaya. Another Rose from the RSBN chat room ask her about her work with veterans and troops. Can you tell the audience anything about that?
Yes. Well, I love our men and women that serve and their families and how dedicated everyone is to working together. And I just decided long ago that I wanted to do more with our military. So I started doing more that, with our men and women. In 2010, I went over to Iraq and Kuwait and performed for the troops over there.
Okay. We
did 20 shows in 10 days. We ended up getting grounded and we had rocket attacks during this time, which was a little nutty, but it was great to do. And when I came home, I understood so much more about our men and women, and I started to visit the VA hospitals, connect more on a real level than just the surface base of performing. So I decided to release my national anthem, and all the proceeds, even after I'm dead and gone, if music is still available online, 100% will go to our veterans or our men and women. This year we chose the 14th Hour Foundation and Gary Sinise's foundation. And but it's forever. It will not be something that I ever make money on. I love our country.
Nice.
And I love that I get to do music as a job and that I can have a narrative and not be shut out. So that part I actually do care. I care that I'm able to have a voice or be on your show and speak to, the masses, that you're not alone, that we all agree that this is scary what's happening and we need to come together, and music's a great way to do that. So hopefully real soon we can find a way to do that musically. Me and Joy have been talking about things. Me and other artists and Joy have been talking about doing something specific.
Somebody in the chat room said, Wayne, can you sing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot with us, with Kaya? Look, we'll say that for the next show. We're saying that.
You don't want to?
I haven't. Look, no. But no. One thing. We have another question for a chat room. Real Frank, I think, in Florida, says, "Is Kaya from Canada or is she American?"
Okay, so I will explain. My mother's Jamaican. My father is Native American, born and raised in Dallas, Texas. He's Apache Indian. And they had me abroad. They had me in Canada. My mother was working in Canada at the time. So I'm an American born abroad. I have 2 birth certificates, in fact.
You better not run for office. The Democrats gonna kill you, girl.
Oh, no. That'd be hard. I would love to see them try to do that to a Native American woman.
Well, yeah, yeah. You can play that one. Let's see. Question for Kaya. Kaya, what?
Well, I think it's funny. Isn't that a funny, interesting narrative? Is that Native American people are not Republicans, or that we're not, for love of country and all of this, when Native Americans are actually the number one minority that enlists in our military still every year.
That's true.
So
that is true.
And I think it's interesting that so many Americans were worried about Native people, and now they're worried about a lot of other people, and so that'd be interesting to see what we can do for the Native people to kind of rise them up and rise our country up as well. We need to rise up together.
Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to the Wayne Dupree Show again. We got Kaa Jones on here, national recording artist.
I'm so excited, Wayne, because by the way, I've been following you for some time, but I am so excited I'm here with you guys.
Look, let me tell you something. I couldn't, when I found out, or when I got the message, hey, do you want Kaa too? Oh, heck yeah, bring her on here. So I was like, and then when I really started looking at your videos and stuff, I'm like, this girl can sing. She ain't playing.
Oh.
This girl can sing. And that was one of the questions that I have for her, because my sister sings gospel concerts now. And that's why I said we'll do the singing next time. We got practice first. But
yes.
Do you find as a singer, you find yourself just humming for no reason at all around the house, just at all periods of the day, all periods of the night?
Of course.
Everywhere, right?
I was just doing it. We were just
in
a casino. We were just at a casino in Vegas, and I was just doing it, literally an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening, the music was being played, and I just start humming and wanting to dance and sing. Yeah, I'm a big kid. So anytime that I hear music, and I DJ too, so I'm a fan as well.
Look at you.
I think DJ, a lot of people don't understand, DJs are fans. We love music. So, so I love all styles of music. I think it's an incredible thing.
And tell me this.
Music is something we can all look to right now to uplift us, especially because we're not talking. That's what sucks, is that we're not able to, the other side, unfortunately, is really upset that they lost and not willing to engage in a discussion, but it's time. He is our commander in chief. Nothing's going to change that. The impeaching comments are very, they're very, mind game, with the listener, because the listener then thinks, oh, well, we can impeach him. And then they run around going, we can impeach him. But guess what? We can't, you guys can't. You have to hold the other
You're in the minority.
Portions.
You need two-thirds of the Senate to convict him. It's not going to happen, folks. Hey, let me go way back.
I know, exactly.
Let me go way back, Kaa. You came up in the Caribbean in Las Vegas. Growing up, and one of the things that I want to see if you still do this, you learned how to play the violin.
Okay.
And I wonder if you still do that.
I'm actually starting to want to play again. I put it away when my grandmother passed away. My grandma is actually who wanted me to play, and she was my best friend, everything. And so I started violin when I was 4. Classical violin, and I played until she died, and I was 15, and I couldn't even look at my violin because it was mine and her thing. It was our thing. So I had a tattoo done on my back of my shoulder that's a violin crying music notes, and I already bought a violin, so it's begun. The wanting to again has begun, but it was time to just say no. Sometimes that does some. No, you didn't at all, actually. I'm happy that you asked, because it's something, and that's why it's in my bio, or people that can read about it, is the violin still means so much to me, and, music theory and composition means so much to me on all levels, not just EDM and not just classical. So yes, I am getting right back into playing violin, but it is definitely an instrument that it's not just if you've messed up, everyone knows you've messed up, right? It's a very delicate instrument, but I really believe that instrument is what helped me be a good producer or a good DJ or singer. I've never had a vocal lesson ever. No one in my family sings, but the violin I do believe gives you a great ear, because it's a very it's a very front forward instrument in the lineup of orchestra. So I still love it, and I'm getting right back into it, but I don't play anymore now.
You know,
and then when you get into the hills of West Virginia and Kentucky, they play it to a whole nother level.
Well, you know,
Yeah, Charlie Daniels, man, come on. Whoa.
Yeah, my daughter plays violin. My twin daughter, one of my twin daughter plays violin. But you said something just a few minutes ago about about an ear for music.
Yes.
My mom had us practicing singing when we were growing up because she was a MC. She was an MC for a whole lot of gospel concerts and stuff. So she used to put us on as, you know, like the beginning of the show, and we used to get up on stage and do our thing. But I learned how to have an ear to hear things in a song that other people couldn't hear. And I think that that's what you have too, where you can hear different instruments. Hey, I heard that right. Did you hear that? No, I hear it.
Yeah.
But it's right there.
Yes, it trains you to give you a musical ear. Like I have dog ears, and everyone makes fun of me in my family because I can actually hear, like, I can hear if there's a sound coming, like from outside or cars pulling up. So sometimes it's difficult because you train your ear to hear really the finest of things, you know, to hear and understand when frequencies change, when something modulates. And so it can be annoying, though, because you can hear things all the time that everyone else can't necessarily. And you're like, do you hear that? Once you've pointed it out to them, then they can hear it. They usually can hear it after that. But initially they're like, oh, I didn't hear that. Oh, I didn't even think of that. You know, usually it has to be a good beat. You know, if it's a good beat, people are happy. But I think because we do it for a profession, we kind of have to, we try to be so hardcore, and sometimes we overshoot instead of actually just kind of relaxing so that the listener, it's about the listener and what they want, and they're kind of relaxed in the approach. And unfortunately, us music people get so theory basis on it. We're like, oh, it needs to be stronger and better, and the sound is wrong. But, you know, most average people will never do that.
Right,
so.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta let my new sister go, but we're gonna have you back on as soon as possible.
I really appreciate you guys having me on. I do.
Yeah, you again. You are awesome. You're awesome, and I really love your spirit.
You guys are awesome. What you're doing is awesome, and keeping, you know, everyone's faith, and you know that it's okay to say that you love Jesus in this time. Yeah. It's been a hard thing for a long time for all of us, and it goes back to our doctrine and understanding that this is written. You know, this time was already written about that. You know, we would be shunned if we spoke about Christ, and we're there.
Yep, and and believe me, but I grew up. And, you know, I read these things, you know, churches will be closed and locked, and you would be persecuted for believing in Christ, and you'd be turned in, and you'd be jailed, and different things like that. You know, as a little kid, you read those things, or you hear a preacher preach those things.
Yeah, they seem far away, right?
Yeah,
they seem far away.
Yep, sure do. Okay, so how can people reach out to you on social media and give them everything?
Oh, well, please reach out to me on my Twitter, because as Wayne said, I like to
Oh, she rocks it.
Say lots
she
on
rocks
Twitter.
it. Yeah.
But I respond, and
Yes.
on my Facebook, but it's at Kaa Jones. So on Twitter at Kaa Jones, and or KaaJones.com. You can get all my music, social media, Instagram. It's all at Kaa Jones, Kaya Jones.
Well, look, we're gonna have you back on before you could even blink your eye, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. We're praying for you, darling, and we hope that everything works out for you, and we can't wait to bring you back.
I can't wait to come back. I really appreciate both of you guys having me today.
All
God
right.
bless both of you, and thank you.
Thank you, Kay.
God bless you. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
That's my girl right there, Miss Kaa Jones. Miss Kaa Jones.
She doesn't care. I love that.
No, she don't care. She don't care. And that's how a whole lot of us, that's where I have been for a long time. I really don't give a damn. I really don't.
Same way.
You can say whatever you want to, as long as you don't put your filthy hands on me, as long as you don't put your little pizza box and Chinese food box hands on me. I really don't care.
What'd you say? As long as you don't put my name in your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I told Dino. That's what I told Dino. Hey, man, get my name out your mouth now. Get my name out your mouth. I don't know you. I don't know you, man. Get my name out your mouth. You don't know nothing about me. Watch out.
Outstanding.
Oh, big news before I go back to what the media is doing. Big news. And I don't know how I feel about this, Hutch. The Koch brothers. Did you hear about it?
No.
The Koch brothers said any Republican that votes for that bill tomorrow will lose millions.
Wow.
They are not going to back any.
That's Koch, the Heritage Foundation, the Club for Growth.
Yep.
Everything. I mean, this. I'm starting to think. Honest, I only thought about this today. I'm starting to think, did Paul Ryan do this on purpose? Did he come out with this bogus bill on purpose? Because it's nothing. It's the same as Obamacare.
It's the same thing.
You're keeping all these, what do they call them, the exchanges. And somebody explained it to me tonight. If you don't get rid of the exchanges, you're never going to get the premiums to come down. And they didn't get rid of the exchanges. So it's probably not, I hope it's not true. But I was just thinking, well, Trump's going to look really bad if this happens. And it can never pass the Senate. It's not even going to pass the House now. Why did they do this? And you start thinking, and it's like, is Paul Ryan trying to run against Trump in 2020? What's going on here?
But the Koch, you know how we feel about the Koch brothers, man. It's like I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, what? Things are like tip, man. Things are going crazy right now. It's like
you're right. You're right, man. That's why I'm like, why are we in this position? We just kicked everybody's ass.
Right.
Why are we in this position right now? We should be throwing people out, cutting taxes. I mean, the wall should have been half built by now, and we're sitting there fumbling around with a bill that doesn't change anything, or it doesn't change enough. It makes me still under the purview of the federal government, when all I want to do is go buy some health insurance.
Man.
I don't know either.
When I read that, I was like, Koch brothers? Koch brothers?
Yeah, I was expecting you to say that they were all for it.
No, they're against it. The whole world is upside down, man. The whole freaking world is upside down. But
just think we're getting ready to have phone lines, so it'll be all good. It might take a little longer, but.
But listen, I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, if the Koch brothers get in it, some of the people that they thought that they had, they ain't gonna have tomorrow. They're not gonna have it.
That's a big funder. Big funder.
They ain't gonna have it. They're not gonna have it. And the Koch brothers the Koch brothers are in it. The Koch brothers. I was like, really? Seriously? Okay, so I have been trying. I have calls out to let's see, Jim Jordan. I have calls out to Dave Bratt. I have calls out to Mark Meadows. I have calls out to Jim Bridenstine. And I have calls out to Louis Gohmert. Gohmert and Jordan, I got responses to. I'm trying to get the conservatives. I'm trying to get them tomorrow too. So if I talk to them, it's going to be real quick. So make sure that you have signed up on Spreaker or downloaded the Spreaker app, because these are going to be quick. They're voting tomorrow and everything. So I'll probably play them tomorrow night during the show, but throughout the day, I could go live at any time with these interviews. So, I'm trying to get these individuals to find out where they are, what's going on. Now, Sean Hannity kind of got me tonight. He kind of had me cursing in the car because he was talking to Jordan and Brett, and he was like, well, we'll have you back tomorrow. I was like, God darn, what?
Karl Rove called Brett all kind of stupid today. I couldn't believe him.
Did he?
First of all, Bill Riley's out there, and he said, hey, and when we come back, we have Karl Rove and his predictions on whether the health bill can pass. Yeah. And I'm thinking, why would anybody want Karl Rove's predictions? he's got like a track record on predictions that isn't so good. You know, but they pulled him out there anyway. He told him he was half dumb because of the way he was, the reasons he was going against Ryan Kerr.
He is dumb.
I can't believe that guy still has a job, Karl Rove.
No, ladies and gentlemen, I still think. I mean, I'm very happy in the way that Devin Nunes came out, or somebody slipped him the information. I don't know who did it. Thank God for you.
Doesn't matter, right?
Right. I mean,
right.
Your name could be Mud right now, which it is probably Mud, and you probably took leave too. But I'm happy that you gave the information to Nunes. You're going to hear the media, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to throw this out there because the media is trying to put this under the table. I want to throw this out there. They're going to say, but Trump was on the surveillance anyway. It's not about that. These people spread all this information amongst the government and unmasked all the names. So people were talking, and everybody that did not have a need to know were reading what people were saying. Inside the Trump family, inside the Trump transition, whatever Donald Trump had to say. And like I said, Nunes told Jake Tapper, and Jake Tapper passed it by, but Nunes said there's more information.
That's the thing. Once these things get started, once they get started, you don't know where this is going to end.
No.
This could be just ground shaking, and it already is, because you look at the capital that the media has put into this already. I mean, for the last month, they've been calling Trump an idiot.
Oh yeah,
for doing this. I mean, they've got everything in their entire networks, including Fox, has invested themselves in the fact that there's no way that this could have possibly happened, and he's just a moron. Well, guess what? Let's see where the cards fall.
Donald Trump ain't stupid. He ain't slow.
Nope.
He doesn't have any mental deficiency. He knows what he's saying. He's not a politician, so he's not polished. And I wish that y'all get it through your little thick-ass skulls that he is not polished. He is a man who has feelings just like everybody else. He's a businessman who is a successful. I forgot who I was talking to today, but I was like, you remember Donald Trump was big when he was young. He was big. Everybody, yeah, Donald Trump, Trump, and everything. And then he went away. He went away for a couple of years because of that bankruptcy thing. But when he came back, he was bigger than what he was before. Anybody that does that is a winner in anybody's book, because he came back bigger and stronger than he was before. I mean, I'm not sure he was worth $10 billion before he left the first time, but he was way worth $10 billion.
If he wasn't worth $10 billion, he was living like he was worth $10 billion.
Well, yeah.
You know, so who cares?
Yeah.
He's worth $10 billion now.
Son of a gun. I am sick and tired of y'all media, man. And then y'all Congress members, some of y'all knew. Some of y'all knew it too. That's okay. That's okay, because your time is coming. Your time is coming.
To see Peter King from New York getting on TV and having to really stand up for Trump hard, man. He really was.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, this dude was a never Trumper before.
Yeah.
Now he's like on it.
Well,
man. He's
no.
like, somebody got to go to jail.
Was he really a never Trumper? I know he was a never Cruz.
He was a never Trumper.
He was a never Cruz.
One of those guys during the primary that said, well, I don't know if I could really support him.
Yeah.
I have to dig into the YouTube archives.
He didn't like Cruz.
I know he made me.
He didn't like Cruz.
True. Cruz either.
Maybe
that's
Cruz.
who it was.
Maybe
Cruz. That's who it was.
Like, you gonna come up here and try to get some money? Oh, hell no. You ain't no. You remember that? He was like, nope.
That's right. King was from New York. I have to check. Maybe he was for him.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being for him, though.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't very many of them.
I know he was against Cruz. I know that.
Yeah, he was. He still is, probably.
He had signs out. He was protesting. He did not like Cruz, man. But, hey, I will say this. Cruz has come out. Cruz has made a big change, man. Cruz has done a 180.
Yeah, he has.
Cruz has done a 180.
I still don't forgive him, though. He was low.
Was he low?
He was low, but he could stay in the Senate, or maybe he'll be the next Supreme Court. No,
he won't. No.
Afford to lose that seat.
Yeah.
We can't afford to lose that seat. We'll put one of those, put Louis Gohmert in there.
Hey,
he used to be a judge.
Yeah, he did. He looked like he was a cool judge too. I don't know what
Yeah,
you thought you were doing, but you're not going to do it in my courtroom.
That's the kind of guy they call a hanging judge.
I know, right? It's like, well, you shouldn't have did that. Hang him.
Gomert's the best judge you could go in front of if you're innocent.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know what you're doing in here. You shouldn't be in here, Johnny. But you tell your mama I said hello, and you get the hell out of my courtroom. Next. Hutch Bailey Jr. You from the you that Pittsburgh boy down here in Texas. Well, we don't do things Pittsburgh way. We do things law way. Which way? Law way.
That's right.
What's your name? My name is Judge Louis Gomer.
Yes, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in to the show tonight. Tomorrow night. Let's see. We do. Oh yeah. You remember, we have two guests tomorrow night, actually. We have two guests. Hutch, I'll send you that information, but let's see. We are the newmedia.com. We are the newmedia.com has placed WayneDupree.com and also the Right Side Broadcast Network has placed them in the top tier of their trusted sites. So the owner of that website is going to be on tomorrow night. We're going to highlight him. We're going to talk to him and thank him for this this honor of doing that. And then we're going to have a progressive. That's right. We're going to bring a liberal progressive who is Trump. And he has some information about Obamacare and stuff, and it's probably going to be needed, especially after the vote tomorrow. So we're going to have him come on here and talk about it too. Hutch, you got any last words before we roll out of here?
No, just looking forward to getting our phones back on so we can connect back with the listeners. I'm on steelcityresistance.blogspot.com. I'm Hutch Bailey Jr. on Facebook, Berg's Eye View on Twitter. And thanks, Kaya. She followed me back pretty quick.
Now listen, we can take calls. We can take calls. It'll just be the old way. And I mean, we don't have any problem doing that. Okay. We don't have any problems doing it.
It's a lot of work for Wayne.
But I do it. I do it for y'all. I do it for y'all. Until we get the phone thing, because none of you knew that this was gonna happen. I know I didn't know it was gonna happen. So
gives me a couple days to go get a computer.
Let me see. Let's see. All right, so you can follow me on. That's not it either. Is this it? Nope. Let's see. Is this it? Maybe this is it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. All right. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Gab. Just type in Wayne Dupree Show. I'm also on Tumblr now. So you can for that, you can type in WD Show. I also have my new YouTube channel, and I'll tell you about that tomorrow too. YouTube, CNN caught a glimpse of me. You remember that Russian that told CNN, no, you stop fake news. Yeah. Okay, well, I had that on my YouTube page. On Sunday morning, I woke up, my YouTube page was gone.
And if you guys want to check that out, just go to nsa.gov and type in Wayne Dupree Show, and it'll come right up.
They took my YouTube page, man. CNN complained about the video, so they took the video down, and next thing you know, they just shut the page down. So now I'm going all out. So right now I have just search for Wayne Dupree now. As a matter of fact, I will. Yeah, my YouTube channel is gone, but I have a new YouTube channel. Already almost at 1,000 subscribers. I don't have 200 subscribers as RSBN yet, but it's almost at 1,000. I'm doing a video every day, and I'm sharing it. So I want y'all to go over there and subscribe if I find it before I get off. Okay. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure, and I'm gonna tell Derek. All right, Derek, my man, take us out.
Thanks for listening to the award-winning Wayne Dupree Show, named one of the top 50 influential black Republicans by Newsmax. Contribute to the program by going to WayneDupree.com and clicking on donate. Also, support the show and take us on the go by downloading our free app. Just search Wayne Dupree in your app store.
You are fake news.
Sick of fake news? Tune in to the Wayne Dupree Show. Real talk, and you'll always hear it with us. Bring 2 to 3 friends to the show tomorrow night, and let's make America great again together.
God bless America, and no place else.
This has been the Wayne Dupree Show.